Yo, what's good? Episode 168, Stash House Podcast. Your boy Tyler checking in. First time listeners, thank y'all for tuning in. If you tune in weekly, salute. And just an episode, saw some topics you may want to hear about. Salute to you as well. Like, share, subscribe, retweet. Whatever you do to help support the podcast, greatly appreciate it. Back, 2-week break. Finally back. Felt good. Felt great to get away for a minute. But got to get back to work. And back from Puerto Rico. That's why I visited last week, a full week. So I figured, why not invite the man that invited me to Puerto Rico, showed me around. My partner Zo in the building. Say what up to him, Zo.
What's good, Stash Out Podcast. What's good?
Yeah, man, my boy Zo, we've been cool for a long time, man. Talk music, wrestling, all that in between, man. So it feel good to have him in the building. Appreciate him for pulling up. But Zo, last week, dog.
Let's get into it.
Man, first of all, once again, man, thank you for the invite. Thank you. Just, like, I know when people say, yo, I went to paradise, I experienced paradise. Like, nah, like, I really experienced paradise, bro. Like, I don't see how you can stay over here knowing that you got that back at home, dog. Like,
yeah, like I said, man, I appreciate you coming with me. So,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, man. So the thing about it, for one, I was just following Zo lead. It's like, I don't know nothing about Puerto Rico. I don't know. Like, I can't say, hey, Zo, let's do this, let's do that. So I was just following Zo lead, and Zo had like a whole week of stuff to just do. For one, just going outside, just in Old San Juan, just going around that area, I was damn near in culture shock. Because I always say, I said, yo, we outside, people drinking, you got kids running around, nobody fighting, nobody arguing, popping firecrackers, nobody running. If this was back home, this would have been shut down. Like, this would. So let me know, like, just about the culture over there, like how, I'm sure, things happen everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
Things happen, but how is it just over there where you could have all these beautiful women, all these people drinking and all that, and it just, go out and go home, not have to worry about no drama. Like, how is that?
Yeah, man. So, like, it's definitely a different vibe from over here because, like I said, over there, you got, like, your bars, your restaurants, whatnot. But, like, over there, it's, like, it's just, like, you could just go and, like, kick it with the fam. Everybody's out there to have a good time. Like, everybody likes to eat. Everybody likes to drink. Like, you get the party in. But, like, you just try to make sure everything's everything,
Yeah, real family oriented.
It's very family oriented. If you notice when we went, there was like always a lot of groups. Everybody's with their fam. Mm-hmm. Like whether it was on some drinking stuff or whatever, but everything was like, cordial. So,
and that's what I really loved the most. It was like, I wouldn't be a homebody if I was over there. Like you said, you can work, go home, do that. But if you at home, if you being at the crib, you just choosing to be at the crib. Because, like you said, like that was just one part that we was in the whole week.
Yeah.
And you was like, yo, the beach we went to like 2 hours away, that's a whole nother world over there. So I just really want to say, if I was over there, I'll still do a podcast, but the podcast would be on a totally different.
Yeah, on a whole different vibe.
Man, like just walking around, I just kept saying, damn, she. I was just looking, I was like, yo, there's no way this place is like this. There's no way. Like, I had to pinch myself. I was like, there's no way. Like, all the water, the scenery. Like, that's another thing. The scenery, just being out there, it's like you seeing things. Every time you looking around, you just seeing something you like.
And and like you I know you noticed. So, like when the metro area, like where we were San Juan, like you got all the buildings, like the condos, casinos, whatnot. But like when we was at my grandpa's house, you see the mountains, like the trees. So Puerto Rico is also very country. We would think just city, but you got like a lot of country spots down there too. So you get like a whole different scenery vibe down there.
Yeah. So the first day, like Zo was there before I got there, by the way.
Yeah.
So he was there like that Wednesday to Thursday.
I got there Wednesday. Got a couple days before y'all.
So Zo was there before I got there. So I got there that Sunday. Zo picked me up from the airport. Went straight, meet up with his pops, they group. As soon as we met up with them, Zo was like, yeah, that's the beach right there. I was like, yeah, that's the beach. We'll go to the beach real quick. And keep in mind, I got like a shirt and some joggers on. with shoes. I was like, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Went there for a split second, then we went to Old San Juan, and that's really when it popped off. Like, you told me, like, you're like, yeah, from like Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah.
That's outside days.
Those are outside days for sure.
And I was like, yo, on the Sunday, like, you would think it would be like Memorial Day weekend. Like, for real. It was like, folks was out, the bars. That's another thing I enjoyed. Just the bars was right there. We kept going to that one bar around the corner.
Yeah, around the corner.
Oh, man, I was, like, when I got back, bro, I was just like, yo, a lot of stuff ain't hitting the same no more.
Well, you think about it, too. So, like, when we went, and you notice, like, you could always pull over anywhere. Like,
right.
every 20 seconds there's a bar. So, you just pull over.
Yeah.
It's like bars, little hole-in-the-wall bars, all types of little bars.
So, we was there that Sunday. Like I said, I'm on vacation, so we getting drinks. I'm not even a shot type of guy. We just getting shots. We getting beer. So keep in mind, this is the first day. So I was like, okay, we had a great day, great time, whatever. I want to say that next day, that was the Bacardi plant.
Yeah. I booked the tickets for Monday for the Bacardi plant.
So that was an experience, too, because we got to the Bacardi plant. They gave us free drinks, everything. So when the tour started, these girls came. And it was like the sample time.
Yeah, it was. We were doing the sample tasting.
These girls. So keep in mind that we had the Bacardi plant. So I'm sure a lot of people probably thought this because it was like a round table of like people. Like it was a good, probably about 15
and 20.
Yeah. So I'm like, dang, I figured they'll give us more than just these samples because we were smelling, sniffing. It was Bacardi rum. I said, dang, I thought it'd be more than this. I quickly realized why it wasn't more alcohol served. Cause these girls beside me was cooked. They was out of it quick. I said, yo, y'all haven't, we on like the third, fourth glass. I said, yo, y'all haven't even touched it. She was like, bruh, we haven't went to sleep since last night. I said, what y'all was on? She like, we were missing brown and white. And I was like, like, that's numero uno, number one mistake. You cannot, I see people do it, but I don't see how they do it, bruh. I don't see. I was like, man, you don't need to be missing. And then, like I said, I kept on looking. I was like, yeah, that's why they don't serve large portions because situations like this.
Well, even I know you realize. So on that same side that we was sitting on, old buddy, he dropped a glass.
Yeah.
So you can see like drunk, he's dropping stuff, glass everywhere.
And I can see that out. And I can see the instructor or. You know what I'm saying? The guy who was leading the tour, I could see him probably getting real aggravated if somebody were to be like extremely
belligerent.
Yeah, so I was like, all right. But that Monday, that same day, that's when I say I was probably, if not the drunkest, it was probably one day I was like, yeah, I'm out here because I meant to do this with you, but I didn't do it. But never in life would I think I'll be taking a picture with the police. And I got the picture up right now. Never in life. I thought, one, family members and friends, maybe I'll take a picture if you're a police officer. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But on a Monday, not even a holiday, just a regular Monday, and we just out there drinking, walking around.
Yeah.
In the group, got different people out here, everybody talking and drinking, and we just looked. We was like, damn, police officers, they look good.
Yeah.
At first, we recorded them. Like, I had my phone, I was recording them. She was like, why you recording us? And you was like, y'all fine as shit. That's why.
Yeah, I did tell her that. I was
like, y'all fine as shit. That's why.
Especially the one on the right.
Yes.
I was like, yeah,
so,
you fine. So.
I was like, damn, I said, y'all want a picture? I was like, hell yeah, I want a picture. And not even just a picture. I took a selfie. I took a selfie with the police officers, but I never in life thought I would take a picture with police officers, bro.
Yeah.
Never in life. So that just gives y'all a sneak peek of how the vibes in Puerto Rico was. So then Tuesday, we went to the beach. And this was a day, I'll say, first for me.
Yeah.
Like, I've been to the beach, of course, but it's been a minute since I've chilled on the beach for however many, you know what I'm saying, however many years, or however many, I'm getting brain freeze right now. It's been a minute since I chilled on the beach for a whole day.
Yeah. Like a day, chill day at the beach.
Yeah. And you was like, we're going to do jet skis. I like, shit, bet. I like the water, did jet skis, and you can I'm getting a fucking brain freeze. You can attest to this. Like, it took me a minute to get comfortable, though.
Yeah. But, like, I've been riding jet skis for a long time, so it's usually like I said the first time or whatever, but you got comfortable as like the time progressed. So, it's all about like the jet skis, man, keeping that balance and figuring out your balance and whatnot.
And I'll say that was Tuesday, so that was pretty much my first time realizing, like, damn, I'm out here in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, while we were jet skiing.
Yeah, because I was just in the middle of the water, like, Zoe just.
On some GTA stuff.
Zoe is getting it, so I'm in the middle of the ocean. Like, if you was on the beach and you see me in the ocean, you was probably saying, like, why is this dude just sitting on the jet ski in the middle of the ocean? I was just looking around, like, you see the water, the backdrop, the mountains,
palm trees.
I was just like, yo, I'm really out here in Puerto Rico, man, on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, like, this is dope. Like, that's when it really hit me, like, yo, I'm really out here, man.
Yeah. That was definitely fun. And like I said, for you to get that first time experience, that was dope that we did that together.
I'll do that any day. Now, our next adventure.
the nightcap.
The nightcap. We went zip lining, dog.
Yeah, we did.
And I said it before on the podcast, I don't really fool with heights since not the first ride, but the first, I want to say probably the first week, the Goliath at Six Flags opened up. Me and Jacob Knight, we was at the Great Program, did summer trips, and went to Six Flags, and that when Goliath first opened, we was in the front, and Goliath got that straight drop.
Yeah, it's got that straight drop.
Ever since then, I don't fool with heights. But something in me, you was like, yeah, we're going zip lining tonight. I was like, all right, bet. Like, it was no hesitation. I was like, all right, bet, cool, let's do it. Keep in mind, I know I don't really fuck with heights, but we zip lining at the arena.
T-Mobile Arena, yeah.
So I was like, okay, we ain't gonna be too far up in there. I was like, we in an arena, ain't gonna be too crazy. Then you was like, yeah, they got one with a rainforest. I said, no, I don't want. I said, I don't know.
Well, I definitely don't. Me neither. Like, my whole thing, I'm like, bro, I'm in a whole rainforest.
Yeah, I like, bro, I don't know if I'm gonna do a rainforest. I could do an arena, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a rainforest is just. So we got there, and when we pulled up, I saw the line. I said, I think that was the zip line.
Yeah, you called it.
I said, okay, that don't look too crazy. I was like, all right, bet. So we went, signed up, did all that. Keep in mind, I'm still cool. I'm like, all right, bet, about to go zip line. First for everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna say I got nervous, but I was kind of feeling the way when we was getting the equipment on.
Okay,
He was
yeah.
doing. I was like, all right, bro, make sure. I understand you do this every day, but please just make sure I'm secured and everything. So we got that. We got the helmet on. And then we start walking up the stairs.
It felt forever. Like, we just kept walking up and up and up.
And that's when I was like, okay, my legs kind of feeling heavy. I'm like, how would this affect me zip line? I'm like, fam. We finally got to the top, and, all of us, we was just leaning on the rails. We was like, dang, we ain't up there yet. Like, we just kept looking, dang, we ain't up there yet. Just kept on walking. When we got to the top, that's when I was like, okay, we here now.
It's on now.
Yeah, ain't no turning back now. And like you said, you kind of got finessed into going first.
Yeah, I did.
You was like,
I was walking behind my sister because so the whole story was like me, Tyler, and my sister and her friend. So we all like, oh, let's go zip lining. Somehow I ended up having to go first after my sister was leading the whole way.
yeah. I said, oh shit, so going for it. I was like, all right, bet. Because I wasn't paying attention. I was like, I know she was first. But then you were just up at the top. I said, oh, that was so.
Well, yeah, like right there at the last step, literally the last step, she's like, I need to take a break.
Yeah.
So I just like kind of walked right by her, and I didn't know like, oh snap, I'm here, so like I'm going first.
And then we could see like where you was at, because we like on the staircase, and then they got like another stairs to where you actually get set up to go zip line.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. And then the first guy, it was two instructors. The first guy, he just got on, went backwards. So I was like, wait a minute, we doing this shit backwards? Because it took me a minute to realize, like, how we was actually zip lining. Like, what we doing the front way, side, back. we eventually did it chest out, like
chest out,
like Superman, like. But the first guy, he just, I guess, to get to the other side.
Yeah, to get to the other side.
He just hopped on, got on backwards, and just. I was like, oh, wait a minute, now you need to tell me I can't see where I'm going. But they was like, no, you doing the chest. I was like, all right. So then Zoe, I'll let you tell the story of when you got up there to get.
All right, so like roller coasters, like I could deal with or whatnot, but like stuff like that, like with like getting like super high on roofs or like zip line stuff. So we got there. So the whole back trip to this whole story is like the way it was set up. You had like a small, what do you call it, like a
ladder stool.
It was like a stool step or whatever, like kind of like back in school, but it was so big.
Yeah,
and they were like, all right, feet together. And pretty much, you're not gonna move your feet. You're gonna walk forward with your arms.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you mean? Like, I can't move my feet? Like, they're like, no, fall forward with your arms. So, backstory, man, I about had a panic attack up there for the first one. I was like, I'm up there trying to like hug on to the wire, like, and he's like, no, you got to get off. He's like, you just literally got to walk forward. And then like once we got it figured out and situated, it was all good. But pretty much, and they're like, you pretty much gonna fall into place. Mm-hmm. So, like, pretty much, and you realize later, like, once you start walking, it actually, like, that's how you end out chest first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But out of everybody, because it was like a group. It was me, Zoe, his sister, her friend. And then while Zoe was getting ready to go, another group came behind us. It was like 6 of them. Yeah. About 5 or 6 of them, I'll say.
See, I didn't even see that group because I had already crossed or whatnot.
It was about 5 or 6 of them. So out of everybody, probably about 10 of 11 of us, right? Me and Zoe took the longest that first
for sure.
Me and Zoe, I probably took longer than Zoe because I didn't trust it. Because at first, you got to get on and turn backwards and let the dude secure the back. Yeah. So I forgot all about that, the whole lean forward thing. I'm like, fam, this is as far as I can go. Yeah. And then he was like, well, do a free fall. I was like, do a free fall? I was like, is this going to catch me? He like, yeah, you good. I was like, fam, I don't trust this. I just don't. He like, just lift. He like, just. When I sweep your leg, just lift your leg up. So eventually I got to that. So then I was in place. So I was like, all right, I'm in place. As long as I was in place, I was good. It was the getting in place.
That was the whole back trip. That was like the most crazy part was getting into place. Because like once I was locked in, I was like, all right, I'm good. Like I felt real good. I was like pumped up to go. But it was like the whole aspect of the whole walking. Yeah. And you're on a little bench.
And we high up in the air. And I was trying to figure out because I don't know the exact height of the.
Yeah, I seen, but I can't remember.
So I was wanting to say it was the size of one of those buildings downtown Columbus, but then when I just rolled by it, I said, no, that thing was higher than these buildings. Yeah, it wasn't Aflac building high.
No, it wasn't Aflac building high, but
it was
bigger than some of them buildings downtown for sure. So
and we was going from there to like literally across the plaza, like it wasn't like no quick. It was like across the plaza, above road, like concrete, and like a water.
Yeah, it was like a waterfall thing or whatever.
An amazing view now. I would say, and like you said, by the time we got up there and got into place, it was nighttime.
Yeah, because I had picked the 7 o'clock, so I kind of get that little night view look at it.
So that was good. The first one, the only thing about the first trip, like halfway in it, I kind of felt like my body kind of getting out of the thing that we were secured, and I was like, wait a minute, am I flying out the bodysuit or something? I was like, please hurry up and get to this end so I can. I'm thinking this the last part. Yeah. But then the second part wasn't bad. The only bad part to me about the second part was, we forgot about the thing when you get close to the end, the thing that stop you.
Okay, so yeah,
that shit like a damn car crash.
It's like so it just like jacks you up.
Yeah.
You literally think you're gonna like run into the wall of the building, and then you're like, it feels like you're like maybe a couple inches above it, and then like all of a sudden it just stops and yanks you up, and you're like, oh snap.
Yeah, if you ain't prepared for it, it'll shock you because like
I definitely got shocked.
Yeah, it's like because like you said, you coming full speed to a building,
and it looks like you're barely above it.
Yeah, and I'm like, it just hit you.
It stops. Yeah.
That second one hit me real hard because I saw it. I was preparing for it, but I wasn't thinking it's gonna be that hard. And then the second one is like, you good because you had more room to work with. Yeah. And like you said, by the time when you did the first time, the second time, okay, I got
to do this and that. So we got on pretty quickly the second time.
And then you see it's not until you get over the roof where you like, oh, I'm still kind of, I ain't high like I was, but I'm still like over the road and the trees and all that in the way. So
like that second one though, it was faster.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I felt like I was actually gonna hit the wall more than the first one, which I thought I was gonna hit the wall the first time, but I'm like, when is this gonna stop? Like, you know.
Yeah, I bet they get a trip. If we was like that, I can only imagine how other people, when they get on, how.
Yeah.
Because that first one, you don't think it's that high. Then you get up there, you like, okay, like it's high. But then again, it's like, I got a little bit of room to work with. Like, I don't have that much space to really. And I got these big Air Maxes on. And except the ladder is but so big. So I'm like, oh, my God. As soon as we got done with that, we're like, yeah, we got to go to the bar.
Yeah, we went and got like a beer and a shot immediately.
Like, that was a real adrenaline rush, man.
It
like,
was.
Like
it felt good, like when you were like once you were doing it, but like it was the whole, to me, like the whole process of like getting into it. Like,
yeah, man. So we did that. Went out to eat that night.
Yeah, we had some seafood that night.
Then that Wednesday, that's when we went to that beach that was 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Bro, you know that girl? I followed her, then she deleted me.
Nah, you ain't tell me,
bro. Because when I added her, cause you know I was just looking like, cause that Tuesday we went to the beach, and then we quickly changed and everything. So Wednesday morning I wasn't feeling the best. Like I had told her, like my throat itchy. I'm probably kind of catch some of this different air, so I wasn't feeling the best. So that Wednesday we had got the tent and all that. So I was just chilling the most of the time on Wednesday at the beach. Like I took like a little nap and everything. So then I told Zoe, I said, yo, this girl, she was in the water. Clearly she was doing Instagram pictures.
Yeah, you could tell.
Like clearly, so I was like, when she come back, I'm whatever. So then Zoe, I went to get some napkins or something. And Zoe, like, she behind you. So I went, I said, yo, for one, I ain't tell you this. When I asked her about her Instagram, I couldn't tell like her age. Kind of like she looked old enough. But I was like, okay, whatever. Let me see what her Instagram looked like. And I had added her. She ain't had no posts.
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
So I said, you don't got no posts on that? She like, yeah, I keep it real low, like you see me right now. And I was like, okay, I ain't make nothing of it. So then she added me. Then she posted a picture that same night from her at the beach. And I showed you. I said, yo, her body didn't look like this.
Yeah.
Like she edited.
Man,
like that.
Obviously that editing, man.
She edited. I said, wait a minute, she looked good in person. Why would she edit her picture when she looked good in person? So I didn't get that. So and we'll talk about this later, of course. I added some more people on Instagram, and I said, wait a minute, what happened to that one girl that I saw at the beach? And I typed, I said, because you can delete people from following you.
Yeah.
She deleted me from following. I ain't even say nothing to her. But I was like, you know what I'm saying, it's whatever. She was like, her stories was kind of like, not scammerish, but it wasn't like, it was hard to really decipher what kind of chick she was. But yeah, she deleted me though.
Yeah, man, that's wild, man. Well, when you start editing a bunch of stuff, and like she looked good, you didn't need to edit. I was like, right there, that's a sign right there. I was like,
when I saw that, I said, wait a minute, bro. I said her body doesn't go like this.
Yeah,
it didn't go like that, but it is what it is. But that second day, went to the beach again. That was like 2 hours away, and that was a good time for us to really catch up on some rest for real.
Yeah, like I said, it was a very chill day. I mean, we had some drinks, we had some liquor and whatnot, but we just chilling on the beach. It was more chillax type day.
Yeah. And I enjoyed that too, because that's when I realized, like, okay, Puerto Rico, they was up on their music.
Yeah.
Of course, we were hearing Bad Bunny.
Yeah, because the album had dropped like 2 weeks right before we got there. So
heard that, and then at the beach, the dudes next to us, they were playing Future new album. I said, wait a minute. I said, because I didn't expect to hear that much American music, especially Future. They were playing Future new album. They were playing Pusha T new album. Then they were playing like a mixture of different songs. I was like, damn. And they was out there more than like the whole day like we were.
Yeah, so like quick trip. Like, so, yeah, man, like there's always been like definitely a hip hop side to PR too, as far as like, we listen to like different genres over there as well. People just may think it's just Spanish music, but we listen to a lot of stuff like, shoot, I was listening to 50 Cent in PR when I was young, but that's the first rapper I listened to, because he was like, that dude when he popped off. So there's a good variety of music out there.
And I shortly learned that too.
Yeah.
Because Thursday, Thursday. What we did earlier Thursday. We went to your granddad crib.
Yeah. We was at my grandpa's crib and grandma's crib.
Yeah, we chilled, wash some clothes. Did what we supposed to do on vacation, so make sure your clothes stay clean, do all that. And,
chill with the fam, hung out, whatnot.
And then you was like, yo, let's step out. I was like, all right, bet, let's go out. And then I was searching for a strip club, and I was like, bro, we don't got to look for no strip club, whatever. We'll go to that 58. 58. So I was like, all right, bet. So we didn't know nothing about this, but we just saw it on Instagram. We was like, all right, look like on their Instagram, nothing but women. So we were like, all right, let's go to the club. Got there, it was closed. It was at a whole resort.
Yeah.
And even that side, that was like, what, 15 away from?
About between 10 and 15.
Even that side was different than the side that we was on, because that seemed more like South Beach type of thing.
Okay, so you probably didn't recognize it at nighttime, but you remember the first day when we met up with my pops and them. Mm-hmm. It's literally on that strip.
Okay,
it's just like at nighttime, and you can't really recognize, but it's a whole strip over there. So,
cause I said, yo, this seems more like a not the tourist side, but it seems like where more the tourists stay at.
They do. Like I said, over there they got like outlet, different stuff like that. So like you got your shopping, they got the restaurants, the beach and stuff. So a lot of tourists, they stay there, but a lot of people just go up there, hang out.
Yeah, we had went. It was like at a resort, and the dude was like, yeah, they only open like what, Friday and Saturday or something.
Friday through Sunday. But see the crazy part, so that. Because, like, that's a relatively new spot, so I hadn't checked it out yet. And, with everything with, like, COVID and pandemic and stuff like that. But it used to be from Thursday to Sunday. So, because, like, when they first opened, I mean, I've checked them out a few times on Instagram. And I'm like, all right, so Thursday's probably. There's like, nah, we don't open on Thursdays now. I was like, just Friday through Sunday.
Yeah.
So, we ended up doing whatever.
And then you was like, let's go to La Placita.
Yeah.
Like the Uber driver was telling you he was dropping people off.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, bet. But first, strip club is down the street.
Yeah, strip club's down the street.
I like, let's just go see. If it ain't about nothing, we'll leave. Went there, and that's when I was like, okay, I definitely wouldn't be a homebody in Puerto Rico. If you mean to tell me I can wake up, eat good for one.
Yeah.
Go to Old San Juan, just that area. Like you said, there's plenty of stuff in Puerto Rico, but just that one area, I can go there, grab something to eat, go to the parking deck, have somewhere to park.
Yeah. They got the parking garage.
Just walk around. You don't know what you're going to bump into.
Yeah.
You can get some ice cream, get some souvenirs, whatever.
Yeah, they got like a mix of everything up there.
Go to the beach. You got food by the beach. You ain't going to be starving or nothing at the beach. Food right there.
Yeah, there's always restaurants by the beach. I mean, that's like the thing.
Right there. You're going to see something out there. At nighttime, you got La Placita. That would really have me like, cause we went to the strip club. Strip club's going to be the strip club probably everywhere. But for the most part, that was fun.
Yeah.
The music that was playing, the women.
A good mixture of Spanish and hip-hop music, too.
Everything.
At the strip club.
I was like, okay, they operate on the same time. They had their little things, but I was like, okay, like the whole just walking up, start dancing.
Yeah.
I don't like that nowhere. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I don't like that nowhere. But
yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
You see how he's like, nah, we're good.
Yeah, but that was fun. Then we went to La Placita afterwards. And
Yeah.
it was like
1:30.
Yeah.
It was like on the late, like, all right, on a Thursday.
I'm never out and about 1:30 on a Wednesday.
That was what?
Thursday.
It was Thursday. It was Thursday. But it was like 1:30 when we was pulling up.
I'm never out. And we got there and you was like, yeah, we here, but all these are closed, but they'll be open tomorrow.
Yeah.
Even with the stuff that was open, it was still crowded.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is dope. And then Friday we chilled for the most part. And we like, shit, we go run it back again. Same night.
I was like, last night we drinking it up.
Yeah. Went there first. And man, when I said that La Placita, the block, I just call it the block party for real.
Yeah.
When I say that was just something that I can never see happening down here, and just for the people down here who want to like get a feel, just imagine if downtown was like a block party from Thursday to Sunday, but just you don't got to worry about no bullshit, like no fights, no arguments.
Cause like I said, it's like a little mini Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
But like without the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like everybody's there to have a good time.
That's what had me. I'm like, yo, you got all these beautiful women. For one, dudes down here, they're gonna fight over that off top. Like, you don't even got to know this shit. You're just going to be mad that somebody else talking to her.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking. I'm like, yo, because when you saw me, I probably was in the back just looking like, yo, this, I'm not going back home to this. Like, this is never going to happen. Like, the women, the dudes, I seen dudes with the Cuban links and the iced out watches. I'm like, okay, this is some real, you know what I'm saying, real paradise, out the country type of vibe going on right now.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny playing. Anytime you would think Bad Bunny was outside.
Yeah.
You would think he was like performing the way they was reacting. You got the people over here dancing, the live band playing.
See, and too, like, over there, you realize, so, like, they got, like, the younger side of the block, and then, like, so, like, my dad, he went a little bit, he was like, oh, let me go catch the live music. So they got the salsa live music, they got the band performing, people dancing out there. So, like, whatever kind of vibe you into, like, it's over there.
That would have me, out of everything, like, that would have me the most. I'm like, yo, this could work. It just where we at.
Yeah.
If this could work over here where everybody's drinking, not just casually.
Yeah, they
sipping,
drink.
They drinking. They dancing, beautiful women. Men, they ain't tripping over, oh, you dancing with my wife. None of that. They taking turns, they spinning, doing all this. I'm like, yo, it's damn near a culture shock for me because I'm not used to seeing that.
Yeah.
I'm used to people enjoying themselves, but not on a Thursday night, Friday night.
Yeah.
With this amount of people, this music, you got cars coming, nobody tripping.
It's packed. It was packed. So, and like you say, like, it's just the amount of people, and you think, oh, something could go left.
Yeah.
And
you damn near waiting for something to happen, and then it's like, what, 9 o'clock, 9:30?
yeah, and it was.
It's not like, we waited till 12:30 midnight to go out.
No, like, okay, so one thing, like,
I never understood that. Why are you waiting so late to go out?
yeah, like, over there, like, people start stepping out at, like, 7, 8 o'clock. Like, you may hit, like, 3 little bars. That's your pregame. Then you step out, like, by 10 o'clock, you out there already. Yeah. Like, some people, like you said, they don't step out till 11.
Man, like, we was
step out early.
And then,
it's all night thing.
Like I said, from that one area that we was at, Old San Juan, you got the bar across the street. We didn't even go to the bar across the street, across the road from where your dad then was.
Yeah.
Like, that was open half the time we was there. They was like, yeah, you can play your own music. We got the aux cord. We was like, all right, bet. like we wasn't even thinking about that. And then, like I said, around the corner, we got the bar we always went to.
Yeah, man, we became like a little favorite for the week. Like, they even cooked it for us and everything.
Yeah. So it was like, I don't want to be rude, so I just take it to go and just leave it at my dad's crib. Maybe one of them to eat it.
Yeah, man, because it was like, man, I have been drinking, so I was like, I don't really want to eat nothing.
Especially no fish. You know
and then it was like a fish empanada, so it was like, I was like, man, I don't even want to mess around with that. But they definitely hooked up the drinks and stuff for us, so I just took it like,
Yeah, man. When I say I enjoy it, I was telling people, I was like, man, I haven't been to Cabo, I haven't been to Turks or nothing like that, Hawaii. But if you want to go somewhere with some paradise, Puerto Rico, man, that old San Juan, just from that area, like you told me, is plenty more.
Yeah.
But just that one area, man, you'll be satisfied for a week.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good little vibe out there for sure.
And like I said, bro, ain't nowhere in here I ever thought I'd take a picture with the police. A selfie with the police.
Yeah, I definitely got pictures with them too. I was like, yo, I take a pic.
Look at that. I got different views. I just took a couple. Just I think these the only two I had put. You showed me what Carmelo Anthony Court.
Oh yeah. Down there in Old San Juan.
Yeah. We went to the fort. Like, we were doing everything, tourist stuff.
Yeah, we did some sightseeing.
Yeah.
And like I said, first thing, everything. So jet ski, zip line. We had the beach. We definitely ate seafood while we were down there. Like,
still got time to relax.
And we relaxed too.
Yeah.
Like,
that was a vacation, dog.
And we definitely drank a lot while we were down there.
Hell yeah. I ain't even no shot dude when I go out. I don't even get shots, but damn, shit.
I said that Monday, that Thursday, and the Friday the shots was heavy out there.
Man, yeah, man. Once again, so I just want to thank you for inviting me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't want to call it too early, but we got WrestleMania next year, LA.
Man, that's the plot. If everything aligns, that's what we looking forward to.
I saw something about, we'll talk about that another time, but they said they moved Money in the Bank somewhere else because of low ticket sales.
Okay, so you know they if I want to say it was Vegas. That's right, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
So they're doing it at the Raiders Stadium, whatever. And I'm not exactly sure. Like, you know, I just remember seeing stuff last year for it, like, and it would make sense why, because for you to go into that Vegas stadium, I heard you have to be vaccinated. So it's a whole thing with stuff like that. So, like, I think that stadium holds over 70-something thousand, but they only put 51. I mean, it sounds like, only 51, but, like, WWE can put more in there.
Yeah, easily.
So, but, like, I heard, you know, if you're not vaccinated, you can't go in there. So I think they had the same similar situation with this. And so I think they moved it to the MGM Grand.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw they moved it. Then I saw, you know how on the internet, wrestling fans, they really the worst. They're like, oh, low ticket sales, they had to move it to, you know how they're going to run with that.
Because I want to say Madison Square Garden had a whole thing like that too. Like, you know, even if you was an employee, you had to be vaccinated. So I think it was more to do with that than anything. I'm not 100% sure, but I just remember seeing and hearing about that from last year.
So they were trying to do Vegas, the Raiders Stadium. They were trying to make that a big thing then, Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and I had heard too, I think maybe not for next year, but I guess like the next 2 to 3 years, they was talking about doing Mania over there at the Vegas, you know, new stadium, which I'm still waiting for the Atlanta because I'm like, yo, that's a new stadium. Why haven't they brought them back down here?
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on. But shoot, like you said, they doing that Roman Rock thing.
We got to be in there.
Yeah, I think they had a report come out saying The Rock doesn't have nothing the first quarter of the year or something like that.
Yeah, they said his schedule's free.
Yeah.
As far as for that period, so like he ain't got no commitment. So,
yeah, like
which
said,
I think even if he did have a commitment, like I think with because you got to think they've been plotting this for at least a year and a half.
Yeah.
It's like he knows, hey, I got to have a little bit of free time. So I'm pretty sure he may have not took a role just for that or did whatever. So just to clear the schedule.
Yeah, they like you said, if they do that, there's no way they can mess it up.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, you can't. You can't mess. They family, like you can any angle you want to do, you can do.
So many different angles, and like I said, you got The Rock, great on the mic.
Yeah,
he's gonna cut the meme promos.
Yeah,
and then Roman. Especially this heel Roman, like he knows what he's doing now.
Yeah.
So
and he got Paul Heyman on his side, so he go.
And then I feel like him coming out with the Usos too, it just gives him like that. It's just a whole different energy and vibe around him. So
yeah, we'll get to that more as more info, I guess, will come out. But once again, man, I want to thank my boy Zoe for pulling up.
Oh yes, sir, no problem.
You know what I'm saying? Wrapping it up, Puerto Rico, amazing time. I will be back.
For sure.
And like I said, I added more of them on Instagram, and it's a lot of things hitting different now, man. Now that I got back home, like Facebook, Instagram, it don't look the same no more. It don't look the same no more, man.
I feel you on that. I know the vibes are there. I feel it, man.
Yeah, but yeah, man, my boy Zoe, you'll see him more and more on the podcast, man.
Hey, man, just really quick, like I said, first time on the pod. Doing something like this, I appreciate the invite, man.
For sure.
Definitely had a good time out here.
For sure. Like I said, man, the door is open, man. Like I told Zoe, it wouldn't feel right for me to talk about my trip without him. Because he was the reason why I was over there. Like, he invited me. Like, it was up to me. I would just been somewhere I always be at. You know what I'm saying? But Zoe like, yo, come to Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bet, just keep me updated with, you know what I'm saying, prices and everything, and I'm there. It is what it is, man. So salute to Zoe, man. Puerto Rico, success. Nothing else to be said. So continuing on, the music portion of the podcast, a lot to get into, of course. But before I start, man, I got to salute Verzuz. Now, I know it's been a long time since I said anything about the Verzuz. But I got to salute Verzuz, man. This past Thursday, I want to say, they had the UGK versus 8 Ball MJG Verzuz battle. It was held in Atlanta off of different Atlanta people on Instagram and YouTube who I know and follow. They saying that was the hottest ticket in town. You know what I'm saying? To start off Memorial Day weekend, country rap tunes, who better than 8 Ball, MJG, UGK, Long Live the Pimp, Long Live Chad Butler, Bun B held it down. It was a great showing, man. It's been a minute since I really want to tune into a Verzuz, but for this, it was no question, man. Just all around, like I said, first, Bun B, like I said, he held it down for UGK. Of course, that was everybody's big thing. It's like, of course, Bun B gonna hold it down. Like, he's been holding it down since Pimp C passed, so it wasn't like this the first time he was performing without Pimp C or nothing like that. So for him to do that, though, and to make it so fluent, for 8 Ball MJG to show the camaraderie, for them to hold it down like that, man, and for the people that was in attendance, man, I saw Chico Bean was in the front row, 2 Chainz, Stat Jackson. You know what I'm saying? The people you expect to be at an 8 Ball MJG UGK Verzuz, they was there. The crowd, at first, the crowd did look kind of, you know what I'm saying, standoffish, but they still held it together for the most part, you know what I'm saying? And I enjoyed that part of it. But what really had me, man, it was like this one of the Verzuz for me at least. I won't say it's weird when these Verzuz happens, but it is kind of weird because like I was tuned in, but I wasn't tuned in from start to finish. But it's just one of those Verzuz where, okay, I hear these songs on a regular basis. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my playlist. You know what I'm saying? So it was like this Verzuz, of course, Gucci Jeezy, of course, all the R&B verses they have. I'll be trying to, you know, keep up with R&B world. The Ross and 2 Chainz one, the Dipset Lots one. It was just certain verses they have where I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, it's like, okay, these are songs I hear on a regular basis. Like, they didn't leave not one. Of course, a couple songs they didn't play, but the songs they played, it was like, okay, these songs go great with each other. Like, it was the perfect, like they kept on saying, like, yo, after this, we need to go to Blue Flame or something like that. Let Me See It. When they brought Jazzy Faye and Tila out, like, all that, like, that's the music we grew up on in the South. And just hearing that and just hearing them go back and forth, not no beef, and like it's like Bun B showed respect for 8 Ball MJG. They did the same back. Like Bun B said, like, this is like normal for us. Like, we kick it all the time. So for us to do that, for us to have the chance to do that in front of everybody, man, in the world, you got to salute that, man. And I'm glad 8 Ball and MJG got that platform to perform. Like, a lot of people asking for this Verzuz. You know what I'm saying? It was like one of the main Verzuz, like, especially us from the South. We wanted to see it. We got it. Heard the records we wanted to hear. The performance aspect was on point from all competitors. Like, 8 Ball MJG held it down. Bun B held it down. They brought out special guests, Big Boy, like I said, Jazzy Faye, Tila, Pimp C daughter came out. It was all around. So I got to salute Verzuz, man. It's been a minute since I even talked about a Verzuz or even been interested in a Verzuz. So when they finally gave me one, I was like, okay, about time we finally get this one. I tuned in, and when I say I enjoyed it, man, I enjoyed it. So if you haven't already, man, catch the replay of that, especially if you were born and bred in the South. You know UGK music, you know 8 Ball MJG music. Definitely something y'all want to check out, man. Also in music, I talked about it last set. My boy Zoe, Bad Bunny, new album. I'm biased. Ain't nothing I can say about Bad Bunny album. I don't know what he was saying, but it sounded good and it worked in Puerto Rico. That's like home field. Like right when I left for Puerto Rico, he dropped the album, and that's all we was hearing, bro. We was hearing that, and it worked. Like it came to a point where probably like the second, third day I was there, I knew, okay, that's that Bad Bunny. You know, so I know the melody. I know what he's saying on the hook or something. Like, I don't know what he's saying in terms of translation, but I know how to repeat it. Uh-oh, mommy. I know all that. So salute to Bad Bunny. He got Puerto Rico on lock. My boy Zoe said he got a show coming to Atlanta at one of the baseball fields, man. So, hey, man, if you want to see something different, man, trust me, highly recommend you check out that Bad Bunny show, man, in the A. Now, to get what we all came here for, man, it's been 2 weeks. I had time to digest it. I'm glad I had 2 weeks to listen to this Kendrick Lamar album, man. I'm really glad, man, because when it first dropped, of course, it's going to have the hype. It's Kendrick. It's going to have the hype. You know what I'm saying? When you in that bracket of artists that It don't matter if you put out a song, if you tweet, a video, an album, you're gonna have that hype. You know what I'm saying? So for me, Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers, this vacation, and this break from the podcast couldn't have came at a better time, man. Had time to digest, let the hype die down. Now we here, man. Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers, 18 tracks, an hour 13 long. It was broken down into 2 parts. If you want to say a double disc, that's cool. Only 18 tracks, double disc, 9 tracks each side. I did think we would have like at least 25 songs because, of course, 5-year hiatus, you just expected more music. But within those 18 songs, he was able to say a lot. And that's not even counting the Heart Part 5 that he's recently put as an add-on to the album. The Heart Part 5, of course, if you know Kendrick music, the Heart series, always the lead-up track into his new album. It all goes hand in hand, man. Features, we got Blast, Amanda Reifer, I don't want to say her last name, Sampha, Taylor Page, Summer Walker, Ghostface Killer, Kodak Black, Baby King, Tanner Leon, and Beth Gibbons. Some names I know, of course, some names I came to know while listening to this album, man. And like I said, my listening experience for this album was probably different from most people. Like I said, okay, it came out that Friday. I listened that Friday. I had a whole full one listen that Friday. That Saturday, I listened to the first part again. And by Sunday, I wasn't listening to that album until I got back. So really earlier last week is when I really started listening to it. Like I said, the first listen, I got a good gist. That next day, the first part, I was like, okay, cool. But by the time I boarded the flight to Puerto Rico, man, I really wasn't trying to listen to no American music. You know what I'm saying? I just got comfortable listening to certain songs because while walking around and traveling around Puerto Rico, I was just hearing I was hearing Future. I was hearing Pusha T new album. I was just hearing certain American songs. I was like, okay, maybe it's cool for me to listen to some American music. But the whole time, I really want to listen to reggaeton, old school and new school for real. So when I got back, I finally had a good listen to this project, and I wasn't mad at my long wait because one, I already announced it. When he announced the date for the album, I said, yo, it's gonna be late. It's gonna be 2 weeks late because I got vacation planned already. So with this being an album that was highly anticipated, I'm able now to, one, listen to it with my own ears, and two, drop this episode after the hype has died down because it was an overcrowded topic. Everybody had reaction videos to it. You know what I'm saying? Different podcasts. They want to talk about it, but they can't talk about it because it's so quick and it just got released. After 2 weeks, I can give y'all my full opinion about it, man. Y'all know, of course, like I said, I'm Kendrick biased, but I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all at the same time. Now, my total thoughts on the album. I enjoyed it the more I listened to it. My first listen was just like a listen, just to say I listened to it because I already know what I got planned. I already know I got stuff going on. So my first listen, I was like, okay, I'm hearing what he's saying on certain records. The features did kind of like, I ain't gonna say it threw me off, but I was like, okay, I want to see how Kodak Black plays into this situation. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what Summer Walker does on this song. So I was looking at a lot of different things my first listen, but by the time I got to my third or fourth listen throughout the week, I was like, okay, I understand. After the hype died down, after everybody stopped talking about certain records and I could just focus on tracks 1 through 18, song by song, I started to like it more. Because, with Kendrick, people are going to try to dissect what makes this side different from, what makes part 1 different from part 2, and what he's saying on this song coincides with what he said on this song. And when you just sit back and just listen to the songs and appreciate the songs, how you're supposed to appreciate them, that's when I started liking it more. Now, overall, I think he gave us a quality project. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's like I said last episode, this is the first time I waited 5 years for a project, technically like 2 years and a half, but being that was 5 years since he last put out a project, of course he's not going to give y'all a full 5-year, you know what I'm saying, recap of his life in an album with only 18 songs. But he did mention, like, yo, I had writer's block for like 2 years. Like, for 2 years, I couldn't come up with nothing. So if I'm thinking now, I'm thinking from probably maybe, I'm gonna say when probably all that, y'all know I always say in the music business for the past couple of years, I think things start to get kind of weird when XX passed in 2018, when Matt Miller passed shortly after that. Then we just started having all this dark cloud around the culture and all that. I can see him being like, yo, then Nip, you know what I'm saying? As we saw on the Heart Part 5 video, like I said, Kobe, Nip, you know what I'm saying? I throw Matt Miller in there. I could see him being uninspired. You know what I'm saying? Then the way the game just changed with this whole streaming era and all that, I could see him being uninspired for 2 years, man. So I don't think this is like a straight off after damn type of content. And as we can tell, he just keep on like peeling back that curtain that a lot of artists really don't. Like we saw it probably a couple years ago when Jay-Z did 444. Of course, Eminem, his whole career is just, he just telling you everything about his life. And Kendrick seems to be doing that as well. Like some of these records on here that's like real personal is kind of taken away from the actual songs that you can feel comfortable playing around other people, because the personal records are the personal records, like Father Time, the track about his auntie and all that. Like he got some personal songs on here. You like, okay, clearly these dark records may take away from some of the more brighter songs, but even in the brighter songs, he giving you like some real personal content as well. So that's what I really admire about Kendrick, man. He's going to give you both sides, but all in all, he's going to give you something that you can like really sit down. Y'all remember like years ago when the whole J. Cole thing, like, oh, you got to have a certain amount of education and intelligence to understand what J. Cole's saying. It's kind of like that, but not that extreme. And I don't know why people were saying that about J. Cole. It's like, no, he was just a very, very lyrical rapper at the time, like Friday Night Lights and Forest Hill Drive. Like I couldn't stand when people were saying that you need a certain amount of intelligence to listen to J. Cole. It's like, fam, like, that would be pissing me off. I understand Kendrick fans, we do it sometimes too, but I'm not about to tell nobody, yo, you need a certain amount of education to listen to this rapper. Unless it's like somebody who just wordplay is just, you know what I'm saying, Royce the 5'9" type of thing or something like that. But I'm not about to tell nobody you need a certain type of education to listen to an artist, man, because we don't really, if I need to listen to an artist that deep, I don't need to listen to him if I need a certain amount of education, dog. Like, these qualifications y'all just throw out just be kind of crazy to me. But back to this Kendrick album, man. A lot of highlights, though. A lot of highlights. That N95. Let me go to the track list real quick. I should have attached it to the thing like I did with the Jack Harlow thing, the track list. But that N95, that You Out of Pocket, when he came in with that, I like, okay, I ain't gonna say it gave me like a DNA from Damn type of feel, but it kept going on that Kendrick constantly on that second song on his albums. He kind of give you like, okay, he comfortably invites you into the album. Like, he ain't gonna hit you right off the head with, you know what I'm saying, some deep content. That second song gonna always be something that you like, okay, I can rock with this song at least. You know what I'm saying? So that N95 I like. That Worldwide Steppers I like. Hearing Kodak Black. Salute Kodak Black, man. He getting a lot of placements, man. Kodak, do not drop the ball, man. You getting a lot of placements. Future, Kendrick, the track he had with Gunna on Gunna album was hard. Kodak, I'm not the biggest fan of Kodak, but I want to see the boy win, man. You know what I'm saying? He got a partner from 45 a couple years ago. Like, come on, Kodak, man. You got to take advantage. The track he got with French Montana, I like that. Hey, man, Kodak, I mean, he can't drop the ball this time, dog, man. So I like the Worldwide Steppers. I like the Die Hard with Blast. Father Time, like I said, that's one of the records. People like, yo, this the one that's going to hit, you know what I'm saying, hit you personally and all that. I enjoyed it. I like the content on it. I can relate to it. Rich Spirit. We Cry Together with Taylor Page. I saw an interesting theory about that. And that's the thing, bro. Within these 2 weeks of not dropping, I'm seeing all the theories and all that for this Kendrick album, man. With this We Cry Together with Taylor Page, it's basically an argument. The whole track is basically like an argument. I enjoyed it. I like that Kendrick is the one to be still coming out calling women out their name. I do find that kind of funny that Kendrick is the one that he don't care. He gonna come out and say it on the record and not get no flack for it. But I saw a theory that was like, compare that song or that skit, whatever you want to call it, to the scene on Poetic Justice with Tupac and Janet Jackson. And of course, like I said, the Tupac Kendrick Lamar thing. And then you like, wait a minute, that sounds like the shit from the scene on Poetic Justice. And then the fact that Kendrick got a song called Poetic Justice on Good Kid, Mad City. It was just the one theory I saw, and I was like, hey, that do kind of make sense. Like the whole track, they cussing each other out, doing that. Then you see the scene from Poetic Justice with Tupac and Janet Jackson. You're like, okay, that makes sense. And then you're like, well, the movie is called Poetic Justice, and Kendrick got a song called Poetic Justice, so it do make sense. Like, I hate to be that fan, but that is one theory I saw online when I was like, okay, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That y'all not reaching for that one. That one makes sense. Purple Hearts with Summer Walker and Ghostface Killer, one of my favorites. Now, that's the thing about this first half. This first half, just alone, this first half would have been a great project. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. I ain't going to say it was, you know what I'm saying, the greatest thing ever, but this first half is a very, very strong first half for me. So I was cool with the first half. The second half, however, my bad, I ain't mean to stutter. It felt like a build-up. The first 4 tracks, like Count Me Out, I like. Silent Hill with Kodak, I'm not mad at. But I think Baby Keem had, Crown? I think that's a Baby Keem song, just Baby Keem. Savior was dope. You know, he was naming high-profile athletes or musicians or whatever, saying, you know, he's building up. So at number 5, Savior. Then you got Auntie Diaries, Mr. Morale, Mother I Sober, Mirror. Those are like the dark. Like that, those songs, from the second part, Savior to Mirror. If you want to add Father Time from the first part, that seemed more like, okay, these songs should have been probably one part, and then the other songs could have been another part. Like Silent Hill, feel like it should have been on the first part. Father Time should have been on like the second part. And that's really my only thing. I'm like, okay, I can see how people saying, okay, this the Mr. Morale side, this is the Big Stepper side. I feel like those tracks could have been, you know, put together in terms of Father Time and that last part of the second half. But overall, as a Kendrick fan, I'm not mad at this project at all. Like I said, I think me taking my time to listen to it benefited me best. You know what I'm saying? If it dropped that Friday, if I would have came back that Tuesday, I probably would have had a whole different opinion on this album for me. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I didn't like it my first time, but I think my first time listening to it compared with the multiple times I heard it after the hype died down really kind of changed my thought process on the album, because after the first listen, like I said, those dark records really stood out more to me than the N95s, the Purple Hearts, the track with Blast. Like, I like those records a lot, but those personal records going to be that batch you keep when people say, okay, when did Kendrick ever pull back the curtain? These records, like a lot of people saying, yo, this album is like Pimp a Butterfly, but the more I listen to it, it's kind of more like a Damn, honestly. Pimp a Butterfly, the content was the content, but Damn kind of, especially going off of what's the last record on Damn, Duckworth, going off of that song, coming into this album, it kind of made more sense to me that this is more like a Damn album. You know what I'm saying? It's different, but it's in that realm. Like, I don't think anything's going to ever be like Pimp a Butterfly. Of course, you got like Session 80, Good Kid kind of coincide, but I think this one kind of coincides, in my opinion, more to Damn. Especially, like I said, going off of just some of the records on Damn, and like I said, how N95 kind of reminds me of DNA. Purple Hearts kind of remind me of the track with Rihanna. Duckworth just leads into Father Time and Mother I Sober, Auntie Diaries, just all that. Like, bro is a maniac. Like, Kendrick is a maniac. I love this album cover. I love it. But I do enjoy this album. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those albums I got to keep playing, going back to. It's definitely going to be in rotation. Like I said, that first half, he got those songs you could just probably put in the whip, ride to. You know what I'm saying? I like that mixture of personal and track that you can listen to outside as well. I like the mixture of that. So all in all, Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers, I enjoyed. Like I said, I know this is a late review or late recap, but I ain't go. Y'all know how I feel about Kendrick already. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta, you know what I'm saying, give him any more credit than I already have. Like I enjoyed this album. It definitely feels like this is my last TDE album. It feels like that, and it feels like we got this album after 5 years. Who knows when the next time we're gonna get an album from Kendrick? Because this feels like as you can see, he put Baby King. He's everywhere. Kodak Black is everywhere. Taylor Page. He done put different artists in place to be like, okay, I can chill for a minute. Let Baby King take it a little bit. Let me focus more on probably the behind the scenes, the business, the music videos, of course. He dropped a couple music videos already for it. So all in all, I'm not mad at this project, man. After 5 years, it definitely makes you think. It's like, okay, if we waited 5 years and Kendrick gave us this, really, I don't really gotta wait on nobody else. I think the only artist I'm really waiting on now is in the R&B world. Black, definitely I'm waiting on a full project from Black. SZA, of course, I'm waiting on. I think those like the only two I'm really waiting on now. SZA and Black. Of course, Schoolboy, J-Rock, some TDE people I'm waiting on. But yeah, I got Kendrick now. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good now. I'm waiting on Westside Gun, of course. I think he got something coming. But yeah, I'm good, man. I enjoyed it. I don't want to say it's like it's gonna change the game. Like it just shows how Kendrick just different, man. Like he just like this is why I say he's different. He's just different. He's not gonna. I'm surprised he had Kodak on there, but all in all, I enjoyed it. Like I don't know what else y'all want me to say. Like I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Kendrick. Last album with TDE was a great run. Gave us great projects, classic materials, classic music videos. Man, I do want to see an interview though about this album. I'm not gonna lie, I do. After 5 years of being away, I do want to see an interview. You know what I'm saying? Come to Stash House. Y'all tag Kendrick Lamar. Tell him to come to Alabama, man. Come to Stash House real quick. But yeah, all in all, I enjoyed this project, man. If you haven't already, check it out. Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale, and the Bitch Steppers.